make you aware. You're such a pleasure.
You drive, you control airplanes, now you're going to have a boat. I'm like,
Yeah, that's my superpower.
I really enjoy to eat.
You're going viral, honey. You're going viral.
I can't wait to practice this.
Where are you sniffling where you could be starving?
I deserve to be in my soft girl era. I'm tired.
The morning breeze has secrets to tell you. Do not go back to sleep.
And then saw the path connecting phase 1 to phase 2. What?
I am the biggest country music fan.
Thank you for being there. I love you. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Press Pause with Jouhayna. This week we are playing a game of Burj Banter, which is Jenga with a twist. Each block has 2 handwritten questions on it. And Dawn and I are going to go through the block. If you haven't tuned in to her microbiography episode, it was a more educational episode where we spoke about the work that she does as a antithesis realignment coach.
Oh, mind realignment mentor, conscious mind realignment mentor.
Yeah.
And teach the antithesis realignment, but you did good.
I tried really hard.
Oh, you did.
So tune into that episode. It was the kitchen timer said it was 100 minutes long. Super excited, so much knowledge that I learned that I really hope that you tune into and learn as well. And now it's time to play a game of Burj Banter. So you're the guest, you go first.
Right. So perhaps it depends on how big the writing. Oh. What is the best advice you've ever received? The best advice I ever received. It was incredible. I was 18 and I was very naughty. And instead of my daddy, who became my daddy, who passed away, and he was this amazing man, but instead of telling me I was wrong, he said this to me, which changed my whole life. He said, "You could have done it this way, or you could have done it this way." Now, both ways were good. He planted new seeds in my mind. So I knew now that I have a choice. I could have done it this way or this way. So my advice was always to myself, always choose 2 good choices, because then it's a win-win.
Oh.
So what was yours? I have to ask you the same thing.
Yeah. The best advice I've ever received is was today, literally, and for anyone tuning in 2 weeks ago for you, I really genuinely learned so much from you, and I didn't realize how much we would align on until we did have this conversation, and the way that it worked out with my career in air traffic, but also the coaching that I've been doing, but it's only for the students I work with at work, and I will take it from what I learned from you in the last episode, and it's that you're deciding your own narrative.
Ah, yes. You turned your voice into a choice.
Yes, I turned my voice into my choice. And, it's a principle I've been living by for the last couple months without having a name for it. And I feel like you've given me that.
Advice. Turn my voice into a choice. Yes, because now you're doing something with it. Okay.
Exactly.
I love that. Let me just say, I think you should read this one.
Yeah. Oh, it's a smaller handwriting. Okay. What is something you have outgrown and how did you recognize it?
It's something I've grown. My suppressed belief system. I don't recognize it because I went into a state of chaos that I thought the world was against me until I realized, it's me.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I outgrew. I outgrew my habitual programming. And what about you?
What I've outgrown, I feel, is also, I would say, would be my limiting beliefs of just not feeling like I'm good enough, for example, to start the podcast. So just before I started this, I actually don't remember if we said this when we were rolling or not, because we were sat in the same places, but I just didn't feel like, what's the point in me doing this at first? Because I had this idea for years and I just never executed it. And, my baby dream inside was like, be Arab Oprah. And I was like,
Aww.
Oprah. And then there was another guest who was like, oh, you want to be called Jopra. And I was like, oh, I love that. I love that as well. So, it's choosing to decide that I'm going to do this for myself and not allow my limiting beliefs to do that. So I feel like I outgrew.
And the antithesis to not allowing yourself is
to allow myself.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I decided to take the plunge, but it was after I found more of a vision for it. So I was realizing that I have such great conversations with people, and then after I have that conversation, I go to a friend or if somebody else I've met, and if we're speaking about something that aligns with that, I'm like, oh, I spoke to this person and they said blah 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 blah, and they're like, oh, that's really cool. And I was like, well, I should take these moments of having the privilege to meet such awesome people, set up you come to my house, we hang out, you've got a little grazing platter in between, and we have a conversation that is not just kept to me, but I also share that knowledge with the world. So I decided to let go of the internal negative self-talk that I had about myself and my capability, and I decided to take that plunge. So I feel like I've grown so much.
And you invited
I did.
You invited your purpose.
Yeah. And I've really enjoyed it. It's been such a fun ride the last year. And, people always message me. They're like, oh, well, your views could be higher. I'm like, look, if you put 500 people in a room, that's a lot of views. That's a lot of people.
Remember when I said to you that what people dislike about you is something they do not understand inside. So those people who are gravitating to, oh, but you haven't got many views, it's because of their mentality. Because people like me would say, hey, yeah, no, but we can only get bigger.
Yeah,
we can only get
exactly.
better. And I think Oprah would be very, very proud of you.
No, thank you.
And let me add something. You're saying about, turning your voice into choice, and this is your purpose in life, to deliver information. Let me, on behalf of anyone else who's met you, let me make you aware. You're such a pleasure to speak with. You're such a pleasure to be around. You're such a beautiful energy and a beautiful person. So when you continue trusting in your passion, it will only reward you. And you will be so loved and blessed the whole way.
No, thank you.
No, seriously, it's like it's something that you should know about yourself.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been going with the flow and just enjoying it.
Let me see. What is the most spontaneous thing you've done lately? That one's easy. I came to the UAE for 2 weeks, and I've been trying to leave, but because I got so busy with clients, I just spontaneously every day said, it's okay, I will leave whenever I'm supposed to. I trust in divine guidance. I trust in divine timing. So every day has been spontaneous, like, oh, okay, right? Because I've been so busy, because I trusted, like I turned my pain into purpose. And if I'm meant to be here to guide and help other people, then I'm going to trust in that. So if that means I have to be spontaneous from one day to the next, trust that I'm always guided, trust that I'm always supported.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful way to be. What about you? What is the most spontaneous thing you've done lately?
So I am a woman of structure. I like structure because of being a shift worker. I have to find that, and with the podcast, the structure for the show is I have 1 shoot a month with an external guest and 1 shoot a month with my mother. And that's 2 shoots per month, and that's it. And then I met you.
Oh, right. Yes.
And I was like, so I'd love to have you on the show. And I didn't know where you were based. I don't think we really had that conversation. And I was like, okay, well, maybe we could do it next month. You're like, no, I'm traveling. It'll have to be like next week. And I was like, oh, okay, well, okay. It helps that she knows exactly what she wants from me. All right. And then I looked at my calendar and I made it work. And in conjunction with that as well, I have decided that I'm going to I've noticed I have this thirst to learn more, like I'm already learning so much from my guests, but I'm just like, what else can I learn? So, after my divorce, I was following like Mel Robbins' breakup blueprint. So it's like, no contact for 30 days. And another thing that stayed with me from that was pick a hobby or something to get you out of the house. And that maybe is even a skill you can learn. So I did stand-up comedy classes, and you've seen my skits. I decided to do, because I'm doing it in Abaya. So I was like, I'm going to do clean comedy, and it's going to come straight from my lived experiences. Yeah. So that was one of the spontaneous things I did, and I really enjoyed it. And I met such amazing people that I never would have met otherwise.
I think your ex-husband watches it.
Well, probably. I mean, I blocked him on everything, so unless he goes to my YouTube.
You're going viral, honey. You're going viral.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just speaking from my lived experience. So it was a 5-minute set where I spoke from my heart. So it was, I can't speak Arabic, which shocks a lot of people. I'm not fluent in speaking Arabic. So my parents spoke each other in English and put me in a school that only cared about English.
Okay.
So I just never really learned it, and I grazed through not knowing it. I used to speak Arabic as a child because I would speak to my paternal grandmother in Arabic. And then after she passed, 𝐻 when I was 11, that practice and routine was broken because every week we were there.
Language, you see.
Exactly. So
practice anything.
Then,
but it's still in there.
Yeah. So
it's still in there.
I can't. So that was my comedy set was I struggle to speak Arabic, and everyone speaks to me in Arabic. I have so many different intolerances I found out about because I was really bloated all the time. And I know what your belief is about. If you choose to believe it, then it's real. So at the time.
I know, but intolerance is something. It's to do with blood type. It's not to do with mental state.
Okay. So I was bloated all the time, did a food intolerance test, and I found out I was intolerant to everything under the sun, which most people are, which is gluten, dairy, eggs. And then I found out I was intolerant to black pepper, and I was like laughing so hard about that. And I was like, I'm going to make a joke out of it. And that's what I did. And then the final one was me finding out about my ex cheating on me. And I was like, that's so rude. And I would say it like that. And they're like, you should include that in your skit. So it was my lived experiences that I did. And like the latest itch that I had to learn was I'm like, I want to know how to ride a boat. So I'm starting my boat classes tomorrow.
Write a book?
Ride a boat?
Hold on. You ride a boat or you sail a boat?
I don't know, but it's not going to be this like adventure sailing. It's like, it's like... Okay. It's like a car, but on water. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna get my boat license. Yeah, no, I don't.
Captain's license. You're gonna be a captain.
Yeah. So it's like,
which hat does she wear today?
Yeah, exactly. I was telling one of the girls in comedy class this, and she's like, "What are you trying to do? Own all modes of transportation?" She's like, "You drive, you control airplanes, now you're gonna have a boat." And I'm like, "Yeah,
yes. Get yourself a scooter."
Yeah.
By the way, I'm intolerant to cucumber and cauliflower.
Oh.
Yeah, bloating. If your body, by the way, this is a really important reminder. Your body can't speak with you any other way except for to let you know. So if you come out in a rash after eating something, if you have the hiccups, if you are belching, and if you are bloating, it is your body's way of saying that doesn't suit our blood type. That's how it's talking to you. So make notes, monitor. Okay, what did I just eat? When you have it, if I eat rice or potato, I get hiccups every single time.
Oh, interesting.
If the intolerance was ever saying to me like, "Oh, you can't eat cheese," I'd say, "Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna eat cheese."
Yeah. That's how I felt when I saw dairy. And it's like, I was like, also I can have lactose free. He's like, no, there's something else.
No, but
in
you can have soya and all these things. But you can also do what I do. If I put something in my body one day and I say, okay, maybe I shouldn't, but it's okay because I can will it back out and it goes through the system really fast.
Yeah.
Comes back out. It's okay, I'm going to eat this or drink this and it's going to come back out really fast.
Yeah.
And it does. My record is 7 minutes.
Oh.
Like literally food out, 7 minutes gone.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Start here. If you're like, I forgive myself for eating, but I love it, but it's going to come straight out of me. There's no point in doing it except for, a little bit of pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. And I really enjoy to eat. Like, I love to enjoy a good meal.
Watching Netflix and munching on something, it's kind of, it's fun. But as long as everything's about control.
Yeah.
Everything is about discipline and decisions, because when you lose control, that's it. Everything's out of the window.
Yeah, exactly. So, I even when I have gone out and I know I'm supposed to avoid my intolerances or anything, I'm like, just this once, but we're going to stop when we know we've had enough. Because I used to have an issue where I would just eat because I knew I had to finish my plate and I can't leave anything to waste. So I'm like, okay, it can be takeaway. I can eat that in a couple hours. I don't have to finish it right now.
It's a very good way to look at it, not to waste it and to take it. No waste, I'll take.
Yeah, exactly. What does friendship mean to you, and what do you value most in friends?
For me, sometimes there aren't words to express how fortunate I am. I have friends around the world. I mean, literally around the world, who are so supportive. And some people, I'm not even speaking to them all the time, but that knowing that they are there, I value in their presence. Just to know that they are there, and I can call them or message them or say, "Oh, I just felt you." Oh, okay then. I value having them present in my life, even if they're not physically there.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's a beautiful gift all by itself, because your friends are your family you choose, right?
Exactly.
And I am truly blessed. Sometimes it's exhausting to have so many friends, but and since I've been here, again, people showing up. Do you need any help while you're here? I'm like, I'm good, but it's just thank you. And again, it's a lovely reminder, because your friends are a reflection of you. And the friends that come and the friends that go, they were only synchronizing with the energy of that current state of you, that version of you at that time. So when people get upset, yeah, but I haven't heard from them anymore. That's a vibration. They're still here, but you elevated. And they can't communicate with you. So, being blessed to have the most present friends, no matter where they are in the world.
Yeah, I love that. And I value friendship a lot. I always made sure that when I was in a serious relationship, which was my marriage, I always made sure my friends felt the love and the care that they deserve. Because when I used to hang out with friends who would find a new partner, they would literally forget I exist, because they knew I'd always be there. Because when I make a commitment, I'm all in. And I didn't appreciate feeling that way. I was like, that's actually not very nice. I don't like how that feels. So I made a internal promise that if I do end up meeting somebody, which eventually I did, I am going to make sure I treat my friends like gold regardless. And I'm so happy that I did that, because the friendships have outlasted my marriage. So
aren't you grateful that you actually were put into that situation where you realized and recognized it? So we're always going to be grateful for things that didn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're always teaching you something. We're always learning. And by the way, and you said you didn't like it. It is not because of what they did. It's because of how you felt. Something inside of you is being triggered at that moment. What is them not talking to me triggering inside of me? It's not them.
Yeah,
it's you.
Exactly. That's very true.
But it is important as well, because a lot of people do this.
Yeah,
a lot of people do this.
Exactly. And I have had people in the past who literally, it's like they fall off the face of the earth, and I would have to message and be like, are you okay? Yeah, I am. I'm just busy. Okay.
But also it's important to remember that they're not doing it to you.
Yeah.
They've just found themselves in a situation where they feel safe, and they're not trying to ignore the outside world. But again, it's a perception on how you are receiving it. So for me, example, if I didn't hear from one of my friends for a year, my feelings wouldn't change.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
If they got into a relationship with someone and disappeared, I would say it's okay. That's what they're doing. I have a really good friend of mine. She is amazing. Love her. She does. She messaged me something really funny today. She said, I know I disappear sometimes and I'm just hard to get hold of, but that's my superpower. And I was just like, that's amazing. And I said, and my superpower is, I know this about you and I can see right through you. That's my superhero power.
Yeah.
But the fact that she acknowledged it, I've never taken it personal. When you take it personal because of what other people are doing, that's not on them. That's on you.
Yeah. And, it was something I noticed in myself. And at the time, I wasn't in my emotional healing era, Now, if anything, I'm just like, yes, please go and do your thing.
Yeah.
But in that moment, when I did notice that that's how I felt, I'm like, oh, I really want to make sure my friends feel that love, care, and presence, So I'm really happy that I did that, because for me, I took it as a compliment when I was still very married. one of my friends was like, you never make me feel like I'm other than, because at the time she was also single, and she's like, you don't make me feel like, oh, I need to go home and be with my husband, like, bye, single friend, because that's how she felt as well. So I noticed it was a thing that many of the women I was speaking to had felt, and I was like, that's nice. And I'm happy that I did do that consciously, and then it became subconscious. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really grateful that I did that. So I value friendship so much, and I feel like it's one of the most underrated types of love that there is. A romantic love is romanticized so much, but I think a really good friendship is one of the most beautiful things that you can have and experience with somebody. And I feel like it only gets as complicated as you want it to get. I feel like in romantic love, it just gets so complicated suddenly. You're like, what is happening? Choice. Oh. Yeah. So
nothing is happening to you. Nothing can affect you. Nothing can upset you. Nothing can harm you without your consent.
I can't wait to practice this after we've had this session. I'm so excited. So yeah. And what I value most in friends is just knowing that they're there.
Send a message to your friends right now.
Send a message to my friends right now.
Direct message to them.
Thank you for being there. I love you.
She's so sincere. Okay, so
there's a loose one here as well if you want to.
Oh, you feel it. There's one trying to call out to us. I was going to go for an end one. Well, I'm going to read this shorter one. Where are you? Right. If this was Chinese whispers, right? I actually can't see what this is. I would read, where are you sniffling where you could be starving? What? Hold on. It must say.
So Dawn forgot her glasses.
Where are you something where you could be striving? Where are you
settling where you could be thriving?
Thriving. It doesn't even say striving. Close. I send my eyes so much. Where are you settling when you can be thriving? Where am I settling? Okay, you first. I have to give some thought to that.
Oh, me? Where am I settling where I could be thriving? I feel like I could do so much better at work. And with the career that I have, I've hit a lot of milestones. In the facility specifically that I work in, I was the second Emirati woman to complete the program. I'm an instructor now. I'm an examiner. I'm sending emails like, yalla, give me supervisor already. Let's go. I feel like I keep striving for more and more. And I feel like I have so much potential that's just not being tapped into, regardless of me applying and putting myself out there, to the point in which I was like, you know what? They already know that I am qualified. I've got my bachelor's degree, which most controllers don't go out to get their education past high school, because most of us are recruited with a high school degree because they're really desperate to try and get more people on board. And then after that, you're making a big paycheck in your early 20s if you've started as young as you could. And nobody goes to get their further education. And I said, that's not enough for me. I went and got my bachelor's degree. Alhamdulillah, got it with master's. Now I told you about the program that I'm applying to for my master's, which I won't tell on the show yet. But I keep pushing and pushing, and I'm putting myself out there. And I feel like no matter how many times I knock on the door, the opportunity is just not allowing me through the door. So I know that I've done everything on my part, but I feel like I could be like running a company versus being a frontline shift worker.
I love that.
Yeah. And
so this will be something we talk about in your session, not for me to break it down right now, but the invitations that you just sent out there, they're conflicted. One is an invitation and one is a cancel. Yeah, we will go through this.
Interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, when you shift the perception of how you're like delivering information out based on knowing that it's an invitation. What you're sending out is that you're inviting. I will always say to people, what are you inviting? And they'll say, oh, I mean,
yeah.
What are you inviting? Kelly is like the best. Oh, I mean this. But we make it fun. Because honestly, when you practice this, okay, I'm going to talk about this now. In session is different because we can be honest and get it out because we replace it and we we come from a place of knowing and trust and believing and accepting that we already have everything. Everything we have is all that we need, and everything we need is all that we have. Your reality is created by you. So this is from my Instagram post where I'm singing, and it's great. I love the lyrics. You are creating your reality. You are shaping your reality based on the seeds that you are planting right now. So information, what you send out.
Yeah.
And when you literally believe it's already here, which it is, because they haven't got to make it, and you believe it's already here and see yourself living this life, watch it show up.
Yeah. I'm excited.
So for me to answer, where are you settling, where you could be thriving, that's going to be very interesting because that's not my language. So that's why I'm like, how can I answer this? I'm going to use my antithesis realignment. Asking where are you settling for me, I'm not settling. I'm always thriving. So it would be, where are you thriving where you could settle? I'm thriving because that is where my energy goes. I could settle here, but I thrive here. For this example, I could be settled in Austin or Tampa right now and just doing my virtual sessions, or I could be thriving physically here, how I am every single day with clients. So that's why I'm like, I have to flip it. I have to literally flip it. So it's a good way of not being, not that I can't answer the question, I just chose not to. And I thought shifting it to the antithesis, where am I thriving, not where am I struggling or settling. Now this is way too long, so
okay. Can you recall a moment when you felt completely in tune with your intuition?
That's like when I wake up, when I go to sleep, during the course of the day, when I brush my teeth, when I eat, when I talk. All the time. But the most powerful time, and when you've done this work and you literally find yourself operating from such a high level of frequency, I receive information when I sleep. Like it will literally wake me up in the middle of the night. Like I will wake up like, and there is this wonderful it's Rumi quote, and it says, "The morning breeze has secrets to tell you. Do not go back to sleep." So whenever I wake up, where I've been awakened from this download or this information or this message or this advice, I sit and I go, okay, what is my message? What is it? And because I do mantras and I do meditation when I sleep and when I wake up, I'm always intuitively being guided. But the most powerful time is the moment you go into that state of theta. And that's when you're going into a state of sleep. And now you're telling your subconscious that everything is incredible. I'm so excited. I'm so blessed in my life. And I love these opportunities coming. And I love how opportunities are always being presented to me and how I'm aligned with my health. And I love my home and I love my friends. And I do this every single night. That subconscious is now going to work and frequencies are going out there. Why do you think people show up when you think about them? Because it's at the speed of light. It goes out and somebody is now saying, oh, that person just sent out a frequency message about tapping into opportunities. Well, I have an opportunity. How can I reach? Oh, this person has just shown up, and I'll receive this information in my sleep. And it could be about other people, can be for myself. It can be one for me to be challenged by, because I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Like recently, what was it? Embrace the problem. I'm like, embrace the problem? What's the problem? But then I just thought, okay, does this mean a problem is about to be presented to me? And when I do, of course, this is where I do. But apparently my subconscious needed to remind me of it. If there is a problem, there is also a solution. So intuition really kicks in when I'm asleep. And it wakes me up.
Wow.
Which I love. I'm open. I'm like, okay, thank you. But then meditation puts me back into a sleep. And there's a little trick I learned that if you press your thumb right in here, literally deep, it almost just puts you into this like relaxation they call sleep.
Oh,
so I practiced that. I'm like, oh.
So I'll tell my students, I'm like,
Yes.
grab your wrist and do box breathing.
Well, no, because that's going to put them to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want, let's not fall asleep when you're managing planes in the sky.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what people are doing. But no. This just literally puts me back into a state of, okay, and I sleep again. Because otherwise I'd stay awake for hours. Like, okay, what is it? Talk to me. And I'd fall asleep at 4:30 or 5 o'clock and then wake up again at 6. Like, okay. So it's very powerful because it's silent as well. It's just silent. You can hear everything in silence.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's powerful. And go for it. Because you just said earlier about receiving information. And I said something to you. And we're in the kitchen earlier. You said your intuition has increased lately. And I said, oh, yeah, what is it? Do you remember what I said to you?
Yeah, you said that. It's the invitations I'm putting out, no?
Remember what I said, that it's talking through you? What is talking through you?
Oh, yeah, it's like it's God speaking through me.
Yeah.
It's I feel like my intuition has been much sharper lately. And I feel like also since I have been practicing my faith more, and I've been like, I went to Umrah and everything with my mother, and it was just such a spiritual journey. And I've noticed that if I have, and what it feels like inside is, it's like I've just had a thought. It's as simple as, oh, art, oh, dawn. That's how it feels internally. And it's like your inner, everybody has this inner voice. So that's just what it feels like. It's just like, even this morning, something as small as, I'm going to walk to the gym because I knew I had to shoot with you today. So I typically would have driven the car to the gym instead of walking there. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a walk. And then on this walk, I bumped into a really old friend who I haven't seen in a while. And they were walking their dog. And I was like, wow. And I had such a good chat with them. And I was like, this is what an excellent way to start my day. And if I drove my car, I wouldn't have had this conversation. And I remember thinking, I was like, oh, I would really love, like, so the community that I live in, there's a phase 1 and a phase 2. And I have to walk all the way out around security to go to phase 1 to go to the gym. And I was like, it would be so great to just have a little walkway. And because I bumped into my friend and we walked and the dog was there, they were taking the walking path to go to take the dog through the trees, and then saw the path connecting phase 1 to phase 2. What? So my walk went from it's a 17-minute walk according to my Oura ring. 17-minute walk to 5 minutes. Wow. Because this morning I was like, I need to do my ice bath. I've got to set up like the grazing section. Like, I had things to just prep for the show before you got here. And I was like, oh, it'd be really nice to get a shortcut. And after I went to the gym and they continued their walk, they stopped and they're like, Joe. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, there's a pathway here and you can connect from one phase to the other.
I love it.
So it was just this tiny moment of, I think I should walk instead. And I remember when I started my walk, I already left with like my little cul-de-sac. And I was like, oh, I should turn back and take the car. Like, what if I'm late? I don't want to be late. I know Dawn's going to come up earlier.
What are you doing? What's the scenario right
Yeah.
there? Like,
so
what are you inviting?
So that's why I was like, I've committed to this walk. I'm taking the walk. So I faltered on my first intuition. And then I had my, monkey mind showed up and it's like, ah. And I was like, no, we're going with what I first thought of. So it's just following these like...
Yeah, but then you mix intuition with manifestation. You've been manifesting, finding that for the longest time. So yeah. It took you... Have you ever read the book Celestine Prophecy? It's my favorite, all-time favorite book. Read the book. Okay. You'll understand that every decision you make takes you somewhere. It has a purpose.
I love that.
Like, literally, when you feel something, go with it. I have this statement. If the answer to your question isn't yes, it's no.
Yep.
There's no in between.
Exactly.
I just know it. So continue. Never doubt. Just literally, remove never doubt, because that's advice I wouldn't give. Always trust. Always trust what you think right now.
Yeah. And I was speaking to one of my mentors at work and I was really unsure about something. And all he said to me, he's like, if there is a doubt, there is no doubt. And I was like, wow.
That's an oxymoron. I love it. Like, it's like saying nothing never works.
Yeah.
When there's the doubt, there isn't a doubt. It's perception.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's perception. It's what you think it is, but it's not. It is only what you believe.
Exactly.
Everything has an intention. Yes. Oh, this one's a little bit bigger. Okay. What do you think people misunderstand about you? Everything that I do, unless you're aligned with me. And this is the thing. It's like, it is the language. Unless you speak it, unless you're prepared. I always say this. The only people showing up in my life are either on my frequency or ready to be on my frequency, because the people who are not, and I trust me, I send them all love and healing. I send love and healing out to everybody. Everybody I see, I say, send them love, send them a reason to smile, send them this. Hurtful people, send them calmness, send them peace, because there is so many people that misunderstand what I do. The questions, somebody said to me recently, yeah, but you're spiritual and you ask to be paid. I'm like, interesting idea that you think that I shouldn't be paid for the time that I give. It's nothing to do with what I am. If I'm spiritual, I'm a humanist. I support all religions. And I love it. And I love learning from new religions as well and new cultures. But to think that, why would you think I shouldn't be paid for the work that I do when it takes a lot of energy to do what I do? So they can't understand it. But then the other day as well, I meet with someone who potentially I thought maybe I could do some work with them. But they operate from such a place of doubt, misery, negativity, that it didn't matter what I said. Because I can say the same thing to you and the same thing to them. You would understand it one way, but they didn't get it. And I just said, okay, let me try another way. Yeah, but it's out of my control. I said, no, but it's not. You have full control over how you feel about what you say, about what you do. No, I haven't. And it's also because of politics. I'm like, well, that's where you're redirecting your attention. What does it bring you? What do you benefit? What is your ROI? I always say, if every thought you have is $100, you have 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, that's $6 to $7 million a day. Would you really spend it somewhere where you'd get nothing in return? You wouldn't. No. But that's what you're doing with thoughts all the time. So this person was just like so invested in the world being against them. And I just got to a point and I said, yeah, there are some people I cannot help. Hands up. Because they chose not to understand.
They're not ready to listen.
They're not ready. Because trust me, when you're ready, it will come to you. It will come to you. And I will be there. I used to force myself into people. I used to give my energy like I could see a problem because I can read people's skin. I can read people's energies. I can literally pick up on them. And I would interject. And I would give them my advice and my time and my energy. And they wouldn't understand it. So they'd be like, oh, that was nice. I'd be drained. I didn't get anything out of it other than, I tried. Yeah. I made a decision. I didn't try. I made a choice to make an impact, and they didn't understand it. So when you reach that point of, okay, yeah, I can only mentor, teach, guide, coach people who are intentionally ready and aware that it's time that they invest in themselves. So the people who misunderstand me are the people who are still running away from their pain. What do you think people misunderstand about you?
I feel like, well, initially, and I was surprised when I heard this, when I first heard it, which was a few years ago, is that I was really stuck up. So they're like, oh, I always had this assumption you're stuck up. And I'm like, why would you say that? Then they're like, yeah, but when I got to know you, I realized you weren't. And I was like, and then now with all the work I've been doing emotionally and like my emotional growth, I'm like, they probably would have felt that I should be stuck up because of something that they see within me. And then that's why they have that perception. Exactly. So, that was one of the things, and then also because I struggle to speak Arabic, I think that was also part of it. So people in the Arab community would be like, oh, she thinks she doesn't need to learn our language. And it's like, I was raised without it. And then as an adult.
But can I ask you, did you learn from it or did you feel judged by it?
I just laughed it off because I was like, I know I'm not stuck up. So I was just like, haha, good for you.
But what was that teaching you?
That maybe what I'm putting out isn't necessarily what I thought I was putting out.
So so there's no bad publicity. Why I'm asking you, why I'm challenging it is because people would generally take offense or go into defense or try and justify it. My advice is, if you have ever been misunderstood, I completely relate to you. People think I'm high maintenance. I'm not at all. But the same thing, you know, until they get to know you and they're like, oh my gosh, you're actually really nice. And at face value, they think this. But if somebody did come up to you and say, I just thought you were stuck up, the question I would say is, okay, what is this teaching me? What can I take from this? And when you can understand, what does it teach you? Is there something that I could change to shift that perception?
Yeah, and also, do I even want to change that perception?
Or do you like that? Would you like people to continue to think that? Yes, of course. No, I completely support and agree with that as well.
Yeah. So those are one of the misunderstandings, and I honestly feel like, especially now, it's especially after the divorce, people are just like, you seem so okay. And like, I knew two of my really close friends, I even said to them, I'm like, I feel like both of you are waiting for me to like have my breakdown. You're ready to catch me. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, well, the misunderstanding is I'm expected to sit around and sulk and like, okay, I had my moment. Trust me. The day I found out, I had my moment where he didn't even know. Like, I went to the other room and I bawled my eyes out. I let it out because I felt it. I'm like, I have to let it out. I know I have to let it out. So that's exactly what I did. I didn't care about the volume at which I let it out, you know, and I did. And then after that, I was like, all right, now it's time to start healing. What am I going to do to heal from this? Because I already decided I do want the divorce, even though he didn't realize that yet. Like, I do want the divorce. I won't accept this behavior. And that's it. And I decided I'm going to take action to continue to better myself, because I will not allow myself to press pause and stay in that moment. Absolutely not. So I think the misunderstanding is people are expecting me to be so much sadder and like, with the shoe without a man. Oh, thriving.
Because they didn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Well, what is the antithesis of I won't allow people to treat me that way?
That I will allow people to treat me that way? That I will not allow myself to treat myself that way.
So the response to antithesis is everything that's for you, not against you. So it's very, very, and this is what you're going to be learning now. So we're going to expand your consciousness.
Yeah.
When you say, I wouldn't allow people to treat me that way, or I can't remember the exact, I can't ever remember negative very well. I remember everything positive.
Oh, okay.
So I won't allow people to treat me like that, or that won't happen again. The antithesis is, well, I will always treat myself how I like other people to treat me.
Yes.
And that's the power. That's the power.
And you know, it's funny you mentioned that, because I only mentioned this to my ex-husband, and I said to him, like, we checked in with one another after I did my 30 days of no contact. He's like, oh, you seem to be doing really well. I'm like, it's not an assumption. I genuinely am. And, you know, I gave so much of myself to him, so much. And I was volunteered that. I did. And now, no more volunteer work only for pets and animals. Like, I'm done. But I remember telling him, I was like, you know, all the love, care, thoughtfulness that I gave to you, I've decided to give that back to myself. And it's
Take
just
your power back.
So revolutionary. Like, just the love, care, and thought I've given to myself, you know, that I realized how much I was neglecting myself for the duration of my time with him, has been like mind-blowing.
But unfortunately you didn't realize it, but you are actually blaming yourself inside. Oh, but on a outside perspective, you're blaming them. Oh, it's because you did this and you did this. No. Inside, we're shaming. Inside, we must go in and forgive ourselves for allowing us to do that, because you gave to him when something kept telling you to come back inside and come and give to yourself. And you kept neglecting yourself. The more you neglect yourself, the more abandoned you feel within yourself. So the importance there is always to go back inside and say, I forgive myself for allowing it.
That's where I would be. And then what's the next one? What is something about you that most people wouldn't guess?
what is something about me that people wouldn't guess? Oh, I am the biggest country music fan. I am the biggest British since I was a little girl. I am all about, well, country music and classical music. People, although when I drive in silence, but I go crazy for country music.
Oh, yeah, definitely didn't expect.
That's why I put on my story today that, you know, I'm planning my trip back to America, and I've got a camel and the UAE flag, and then I've got a cowboy hat and the USA flag, but massively. So for me, it's really, really important. It allowed me to get through my childhood, this very upsetting, depressing childhood. I would sit and I would listen to Dolly Parton lyrics. And she just sounded like, in her lyrics, life was fun. Or if it was fun, if it wasn't fun, it was just a little bit dramatic, but still. And I'd start to believe that, this is my life. And I would talk like Dolly. I'd be like, I can just sing like Dolly. I would literally just encompass myself into country music, and it would make me feel so free, and it was fun. You couldn't help but move. And so now if I put country music on, I'm just like, wow, there's something about it. But classical music as well. And I used to, years and years ago, my daddy who passed away, not my biological, but my daddy who passed away, whilst he was sick, I was back in the UK, and I would drive back to my house at night, and I would just listen to classical music FM, and I fell in love with classical music, predominantly 𝐼 a pianist, he's Italian pianist, and I just like the power of classical music. And even if you go to Hans Zimmer and listen to some of his work, it's like my whole body is animated during classical music. I'm floating, or it's just like, it's dreamy. Music is really something else. I mean, it's part of therapy. It's natural therapy to listen to music. So, but yeah, when I say to someone, oh no, I'm like the biggest country music fan, literally the biggest for a British woman.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So the question goes to you.
Something about me most people wouldn't guess
about you, which you can't even say on air.
Yeah, you do. There's so much that happens off camera. I have one of my friends, and they were like, you need to do press pause after dark. I'm like, astaghfirullah. I want some moments just for me and the guest.
No, you should be proud of that.
Yeah, no.
You're unique.
Yeah.
You're not a lot. You're unique. Be proud of who you are.
Yeah.
We often find that we change to overcompensate what other people do not enjoy. Well, who am I changing for?
Yeah.
Who are you changing for? Be you. Lady Gaga said it. Be you, be real, be authentic.
Exactly.
Like I wrote to you this morning, just be truthful. When people say, oh gosh, I'm now the new me. You're not.
You always were you.
You're the true you. Not the new you. You are the true self. And that's what I'm teaching people right now. I'm not introducing you to a new version of you. I'm introducing you to the real you. This is who you are. This is who I had to meet. Yeah. All these different versions. Get out of the way. Get out of your way and let you lead the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, so back to the question.
So it's when you meet me in person and I know I'm not being recorded, it's a whole other vibe, as Dawn said. And I remember even when you were like taking videos, I'm like, please don't include me, out of like love. And you're like, but why? You look beautiful. I'm like, I didn't say I didn't feel beautiful. I just don't want to be involved right now. I'm like, let's not record this.
So now people will want to know, what is it that we do not know, which you cannot say and you're not sharing, but now we wish to know that you won't wish to tell us.
Yeah, exactly. Mystery.
Yeah.
Well,
tune in to was it OnlyFans?
Press pause after dark.
Press pause after dark.
Yeah, that's literally like, that's what my friend said. They were like, this is what you need. I'm like, look, first we started a good cause, and then when I eventually really don't care, then I'm just going to see where that takes me, because I do feel
you're always going to care.
I feel like at the moment, I feel there is importance to be in the podcast space and present myself in a certain way so that I'm paving the way and making more room for other women of color who are covered, to do this, you know? And I know there are other women who are in the podcast space as well. But I feel like there's very few of us that are Emirati female. And then, you know, I have external guests, but I also have a podcast with my mom. So, you know, I feel the responsibility to do this with intention and do it in a way that is going to bring pride to my Emirati brothers and sisters and everything. Yeah, exactly. So I'm doing it with an intention. Yeah. And I don't want my big mouth to...
The antithesis, you do wish to what?
Wait, again. Rewind.
You said I-D-O-N-T because I never say the... You're about to project out what you do not want.
Oh, so what I do want. Okay. So what I do want...
Or intend.
Oh.
You will intend.
See, this is like, I wish we had more time because I would have loved to do the session before this shoot, but we have to do this
another time.
Yeah, exactly. So also for anybody tuning in, if you think I invited Dawn here to then get a free sesh, no. It's not sponsored. Like I love
energy exchange.
Exactly. And I'm also supporting, like I love supporting everybody in business. And I feel like it also wouldn't be fair because even when I had other people on the show who I've worked with as a client, people assume it's free because I have them on the show. That is not the case. Okay.
Jouhayna, honestly, I used to give free all the time. But you know what I recognized? And this was really valuable for me. When you give something for free, they didn't value it. When you pay for it, you apply it. It was for them, not just for me. People who get things for free do not care.
Yeah.
But you care when you pay for it. So that's why I made an exception here. I have a special rate for people, but no, it's an energy exchange.
Exactly. And we're going on a bit of a tangent, but I just really do value your time as well. Your time, your energy. You know, I know I live a little bit on the outskirts, so I was like, no, like it has to be worthwhile.
I have to tell you about this though, because when you messaged me and you said, because I used to work with Emiratis years and years ago, and you'd go into their farms and you'd have to go into a certain point and get picked up in a car and go in and through. So your message read like, oh, because obviously I'd probably have to send you a driver and it's so far out. And I thought, oh my gosh, does she live in the middle of the desert? I'm have to go and get like a buggy and have all my crystals with me and take it in a buggy, because this is how I read it. And then I thought, well, let me just look at 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻. Oh no, she's in a compound. She's in a complex. Well,
yeah.
But I seriously, I thought, oh, I'm going to a farm in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But you see, overthinking. But also very considerate. Extremely considerate of you. So sweet, so kind, so thoughtful. The food. What did you say? What would you like to drink in your cup? And I said, what would I like to drink? Okay, water, please. Would you like sparkling or still? I'd like sparkling. This is amazing. What would you like to eat? And I'm like, well, I prefer savory food. The thought and the detail that you've put into putting this podcast together comes from your heart. And when it comes from your heart and you're doing it with love, people feel it and they really, really, really do appreciate it.
Yeah, because I do. It's like anything I do, I'm going to do it all the way. And that's part of the show, you know, even with the snacks, you're like, oh, that's way too many snacks for 2 people because most of it's a gluten and I'm off it for the next 2 weeks. And you're like, oh, that's way too much. I'm like, it's not just for me. I'm like, I'm sending Himanshu home with a care package.
We have He-Man with us.
Yeah.
He-Man is here. But will you reach a point where people will pay you to be on your podcast?
I feel like that door is already, people are knocking on that because they're just like, we really want to come on your show. And I'm like, if I really, like, I need to really like you for you to come on.
So I'm open and receptive to receive financial support and sponsorship when people wish to join me on my podcast. Yeah, that's your mantra.
Yeah,
you're open and receptive to receive. So what you just did was you went to a state of, am I worthy of it? That needs to go.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I know I'm worthy of it because I've put this all together. I feel like I'm
very... You believe that it's time.
Oh, I haven't actually thought about that. I haven't thought about that.
Food for thought.
Yeah. No.
Are you deserving of it? Are you deserving of people to pay you to be part of Press Pause?
but I'm still accepting that so very
Yeah,
slowly
yeah.
inside.
See,
There's that.
energy speaks to me.
Yeah.
If the answer to your question isn't yes, it's no, and energy says, I am wondering whether I'm worthy of that. I'll ask you again. Do you believe that you are deserving of so much financial support, sponsorship for press pause?
Yes.
You paused too long.
I paused to it, but I was making sure I was being honest.
Let me press pause.
Let me press pause.
Come on,
yeah. Because I was like, I need to believe it because
I'll
then
ask
she's
you
gonna
again.
tell me.
I'll ask you again. Do you believe you're deserving of financial support and sponsorship for press pause?
Yes.
Thank you.
There we go. It took a couple tries.
How did that feel?
It felt good. It felt like a soul fart.
Felt like, da-ding.
Yeah.
That relates. Whereas there's something in your system, this is what we're talking about. I mean, this doesn't have to be recorded, but this is what I'm talking about. When energy talks to me, I'm like, hold on a second. Why are you not seeing yourself already? You're saying, I wish to be this. No, you're already this. You're already, I didn't even see your numbers. I haven't even looked at everything. I just saw a few things. But before, when I met you that day, I wasn't, I didn't know who you were. Yeah, but something told me you're someone. And I just said, yeah, we should do a podcast. I didn't even see. You could have been nothing, no one. Your energy told me something. Your core told me something. Not your energy. Your core told me something. You're someone. When you look in the mirror and you see that someone that I see, watch what happens, honey.
Okay. So what is something about you that most people wouldn't guess? I think that I actually had quite a tough childhood. I do mention it, but people doesn't click for them. And also when you see me, you wouldn't expect it. And also, I feel like with me being Jouhayna al-Mahiri, the assumption is, oh, you grew up with wealth and everything was fine. And your biggest problem was, oh, my driver didn't arrive on time or something like that. But I had genuine hardship. I had to work in order to get to places. Even with the career that I picked, the assumption is, oh, it was easy. No, it wasn't. I was literally the only woman recruited at that time on the batch that I was on. While I'm going through the training, I had culture shock. I had traveled to the UK. I studied there for a few months, came back. And even while I was going through the program, it really, really wasn't easy. It was 2.5 years of it being really tough to succeed in a career. And what's the reason for me pushing to that limit was I felt the pressure to financially provide for my mother and my 2 sisters, which most people wouldn't assume that I took on such a, in air quotes, masculine role to do. But I'm really grateful that I did. And I feel like Allah wouldn't have blessed me with the salary and the mental capacity and capability if I didn't have those responsibilities to take care of. So it's unexpected for me to be the breadwinner. It's unexpected for me to be more than just a rosy flower angel baby as I am right now. And, I was joking at work yesterday because this one session I had was like an hour session. And that's the one where I became really flushed. And I was like, I deserve to be in my soft girl era. I'm tired, And I feel like now with my health journey, I'm more in tune with my nervous system. So I'm like, we are very, very unnerved right now. Yeah. And I just took a moment to meditate and have a prayer. I take a moment to pray, meditate, and just reset. Go for a little walk, and then that sorted me out. But that is the assumption that whatever I have, I got easily, that I have people that I can rely on financially. No, I am my own person. I fund everything myself.
But this can actually work towards you as well. When people think energy, whenever somebody puts thought towards you and they think, oh, she's as wealthy. Thank you. She's got everything. Thank you. Thank you. I'll accept it. That's a good thing for people to say.
Yeah.
So let them say it.
Yeah.
And you are the testimony of manifestation because you have set intentions without realizing and just saying, well, this is what I am achieving. This is my intention. This is my purpose. This is my goal. Without really doing it. It wasn't difficult. You say it wasn't easy. It wasn't. It was new. And you had to practice something that you're so proud of it and you're so natural at it, yet you remained humble. And I think that is something that you can be so proud of. that you are the sweetest, most humble. And again, there's no ego in my world. So what I'm telling you is from inside, you are kind, humble, cheeky, naughty, fun, adorable, and intelligent with it, and with the capacity and the capability to achieve everything. Whatever you set your mind to, and you have a relationship with that, watch what shows up. You cannot be surprised.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna document the aftermath of our session later today and just see where that takes me. And as a testimony to right now, I'm still working on myself. I'm still in a journey where I'm taking baby steps with my life coach. And, I just feel like because the women that we sat at the table, they had already worked with you in the past, I think 2 at least. 2. Yeah. So I was
now.
3 now.
4.
Yeah, 4 now.
4.
Yeah. So, I just feel like I'm excited to see the aftermath of it, because even yesterday, I think you had a session with one of the ladies from the table, and I was following her on Instagram, and I could see the video she took of herself of, oh, I'm excited Dawn's coming over, versus I just had a session with Dawn. Oh my goodness. She literally looked different.
Yes, I'm saying. Yeah. Cells shift.
She literally looked different. I was like, wow, you're glowing. Nice.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm having Dawn on the show. She's like, I can't wait to tune in. I'm like, wait till September, because we're shooting now in April. So thank you for your time. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for everything that you do. And rising, literally, I feel like the word that comes to me is like, you're a phoenix. You went through so much and you rose through, and you're soaring.
Together we do this. Together we make a difference. Jouhayna, together we are the light that's needed. We are both rising, growing, making change, applying ourselves to the shift. This is what the world needs. Us. Keep expanding. Keep doing what you're doing, and do it with so much love.
Thank you.
Every morning, every night, every single day, say thank you. Trust me, what I see in you, this is temporary.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It's huge. It is huge. And the support that comes, it's huge.
Yeah. I'm excited. I don't mind some support. That'd be great.
She is open and receptive to receive an abundance of prosperity, love, guidance, respect, strength, trust, love on another level that she's never even comprehended before. This woman is deserving. You are deserving.
So now we're going to play speed Jenga.
Okay, go.
So, go. Oh, here we go. That was easier than I expected.
Oh, we're just going to play Jenga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you met Eliza at the breakfast that we went to.
Yeah.
So she's the one who was like, oh, let's just play Jenga the way it was designed. So this is courtesy to Eliza.
That fast.
Because the other way we played is indeed very slow.
Oh, that's why it's gonna fall anyway.
Aye.
That's so funny when people want to actually go and take the end one when. Okay. Oh, Rocky Mountain.
Are you left-handed?
No, I know.
Oh.
No, I'm not actually. I just know that it's like playing pool.
Yeah, even I did ballet for 14 years, and my teacher always thought I was left-handed because I did everything with my left, but I'm right-handed. Astaghfirullah. It's like the Burj when the wind goes.
Hold on, I didn't even put it. I'm not touching it when you touch it. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
If anybody's only listening, we're playing a Jenga, so watch us instead.
It's much more fun to
and make a baby bet of who's gonna get the tower to topple.
And you can only use one hand. That's
Yeah.
the thing. All right, go for it.
Astaghfirullah. Okay. Oh, why are all of them tight? Oh, wait.
That was hilarious. It's like, oh my goodness me. I'm not even gonna do that because
yeah, I had somebody who I used to be very close to, and that's how they played Jenga, and I was like, this is my takeaway from our friendship that is no longer there. Oh wait. Oh. Astaghfirullah, wait.
She says she doesn't speak Arabic.
Only when I seek forgiveness. Okay. I have only one hand that's sweating. It's an art. Okay. Can you move the Jenga blocks with your mind like you move cars?
I can control the
Oh. Oh.
I can control the stability of it.
It's actually going up quite high.
Because we are women of intention.
Oh. Okay. This is honestly my own doing because I keep taking the center blocks. Oh. I don't think it's gonna last.
That can't. If you come on, ask an interior designer if you remove that one, if it will not fall.
It's the only one that feels loose.
There's a stability.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, found one.
Sometimes.
LOL.
Sometimes. How is that piece? Oh, because I took it out. How is that even?
Yeah, and for a moment I forgot this was part of the game, so I'm happy I remembered for putting this episode to a close. Oh, okay, wait.
It's almost like a...
Oh, awesome.
Oh, well, that was fun.
Did you enjoy?
I did. I loved that. I'm glad. I think this is such a good idea as well, this whole Jenga concept.
Oh, I'm glad. I got this idea.
Oh, where's your little thing? You have
oh, yeah. It comes, so when you place in the box, that already, like,
yeah, no, but it has that little sheet that comes with it, stacking while you...
Yeah, you can do that. So Dawn is very excited to stack the set while I close this episode. So for everybody tuning in, thank you so much for doing so. I had such a good time learning from you, Dawn. So thank you.
I loved it.
And
you make it fun too.
Yay, I'm glad. And today's outfit was inspired by you because you always kept sending me like angel wings. So I was like, I'm gonna wear a white abaya today. So for everybody tuning in, thank you so much for doing so. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to work with Dawn, you can do that. You can reach out to her on Instagram
at New Dawn. See,
exactly. And if you follow me, I follow her. Then you can find Dawn through my follow list. Follow all the way. So yeah, and thank you for tuning in, everyone.